Thus we are told, and thus the sea, the sky, the sun and the wind know of the enlightened one.
रात्रौ यथा मेघघनान्धकारे विद्युत्क्षणं दर्शयति प्रकाशम् बुद्धानुभावेन तथा कदाचित् लोकस्य पुण्येषु मतिः.
A long, long time ago it was, in a kingdom on the foothills of the Himalayas, ruled by the Sakya clan. Rich and prosperous were the merchants who sought gold and silver, and the women bright with jewels and priceless ornaments. A life of leisure in a perfumed garden, where youth and beauty drank to their heart's content the bliss of pleasure. Elsewhere, the quest for wealth led to the greed for power. History is strewn with battles smeared with the blood of innocents, violence and bloodthirsty revenge. The thoughtful mourned the evil ways. Some wept their hearts out. Others tortured themselves to death in despair. The dark clouds hung low in the minds of all, seeking an answer in life, praying for release from the sorrow of birth. Then we are told of the birth of the Noble One. King Sudhodana listened to the prophecies of the learned. Prince Gautam Siddharth shall rule the world, a conqueror of men or a conqueror of the mind, wherein lies greatness. As Gautam grew up, he was to continue the debate in his thoughts in the solitude of his self. The beauty of a woman, King Sudhodana was advised, should set at rest Gautam's troubled mind. Thus it came to pass that Gautam Siddharth took Princess Yashodhara as his wife. King Sudhodana built a new pleasure garden across the city, hoping to keep Gautam away from doubts and disillusions. But the day Gautam proceeded beyond the palace gates, the prince saw not the promised paradise, but the aged face of life. Gautam's heart shrank in sorrow. In the continued search for the meaning of life, disease struck another blow of discomfort. Old age and disease. Siddharth was to see more, learn the final end of life, death. All life is sorrow. All life is pain. There must be an answer to all this sorrow, all this pain. A way of life or a path of release. Gautam, leaving behind his family and possessions, set out to find the answer. Giving away his ornaments to his husband, Channa, Gautam took on the robes of an ascetic to seek the path of deliverance. To his father, Gautam had sent, through the husband, a precious jewel as his heart. The great renunciation accomplished, Gautam Siddhartha moved along in search of truth. The quest led Gautam on a long, lonely journey. Many holy men he greeted, many a learned sage he met. He sustained himself with a begging bowl. He, a prince, born to riches and glory. Meditation and penance subjected his body to extreme austerities, and Gautam never flinched or wavered from the goal. There was only one thirst, the thirst for truth. Thus we are told that Mara the tempter used all his cunning to torment Gautam. The sights and sounds of a night of dread, but Gautam sat transfixed in mind. Through the darkness, the pristine purity glowed. At last, the splendorous dawn. And Gautam Siddhartha emerged as the Buddha. The waters of life, unruffled, reflected the light as the noble law. In Varanasi, at a deer park, Buddha gave his first sermon, setting out the noble eightfold path. Right views, right aspirations, right speech, right conduct, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right contemplation. Birth is attended with pain, decay in pain, disease in pain, death in pain. Attachment is the cause of all pain. Behold the light. Thus the Buddha. No priest, no God can deliver man. By himself is evil done, by himself he endures the shame and pain. By himself and his own will and strength he becomes pure. There is none that can save a man but himself, no, none in heaven or earth. It is he who must walk the way. The enlightened can but show it. The wheel of righteousness brought to life a meaning and purpose, a source of strength amidst the sea of sorrow. The Buddha's message of deliverance emancipated women from the clutches of fate. The Buddhist way of life shuns the barbaric to uphold the lofty ideals of love and ahimsa. The flower of love, the hand of protection, the wheel of righteousness. Him I call a Brahmana, the Buddha said, who has reached the other shore free from attachment. And thus the Buddha chose to accept the Baba Upali into his fold, even as a line of princes waited before him. The dark clouds will always hover around life. Therefore, the last sermon: be ye a refuge to yourselves. Hold fast to the truth as a lamp. Hold fast as a refuge to the truth. The Buddha holds aloft the lamp of truth for all humanity, for all time.